Hi, everyone. So, there's an energy around us that seems to be pretty consistent lately about us wanting to bring something into the world that will help humanity. It's purposeful action that we'd all like to take towards humanity. And we know that we're meant to bring something into the world. And we almost feel like it's destined or that there's a need for whatever this is. But I also know that a lot of us are feeling confused about what that is, that we feel like we're missing something when it comes to our intuitive messages. So, because of that, I'd like to do a spread for what we don't see to try to help us figure out maybe what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Also, to help us, I'm going to roll a planet dice and an astro house dice just to see if we can get more ideas about the energy that we could be working with. So, we have Mars in the fifth house. So, Mars is a planet of action and being energized. So, certainly, this is confirming that we are meant to take action towards whatever this is. And the fifth house is all about our creations and doing it in a big way and loving what we're doing when we make these creations. So, this is confirming what I've already been saying, that this is about taking action towards the things that we want to create. So, at least I know we're on the right track so far with the reading. But I would like to do a tarot spread for what we don't see. And then I'd like to do another layer with the big picture oracle cards. So let's see what comes out. So we have the 10 of Cups, the Devil, the 7 of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Moon, 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Death, and the Sun. So this is really... with the moon being right in the center of the spread, this is very much confirming some of what we have already said, in the sense that this is probably a very confusing time for us, that we can't see clearly what it is that we're meant to be seeing. But yet here in the bottom corner, which is the corner of what you can see, is the sun. So it's a little bit conflicting in the sense that where you are currently right now is that you're very confused about what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And maybe you've been trying to do things alone. Maybe you've been calling in your soul tribe. Maybe you've been talking to your ancestors. Regardless of what you've been trying to do thus far, it feels like you're being and feeling pretty confused about the whole thing. And maybe even there's an element of fear coming through with this moon card too, that maybe you are a little bit clearer on what you're supposed to be doing, what your unique talents and gifts are, but yet there's an element of fear when it comes to bringing them out into the world. So this sun card could be telling me that you really do know what it is. You could take a leap towards whatever this is that you're meant to be working on, whatever your destiny is, but you maybe have a fear right now that if you take that leap that no one will catch you. And so that's what's coming through here so far. There's one person showing up in your energy, and they're showing up as the King of Wands. This is a very masculine energy, and it's also this same energy that we get from this Mars that we rolled. This could be the sign of Aries, very fiery sign, very action-oriented person, a leader. Those are all the same qualities that we get from the planet Mars. So it's not a coincidence, it's a synchronicity that we have Mars and the King of Wands here. And this King of Wands person that you already know because they're showing up in your past position, I think is someone who really inspired you to get moving on whatever it is that you're trying to work through here. But I think that they inspired you because of their poor treatment of you. So because I see this 10 of Swords here, right here in your immediate future, it feels like you're headed towards the end of something with that person. You're headed towards the end of a cycle when it comes to this King of Wands. So what I mean by that is, if this, for example, was a toxic boss that you're working with, for example, you understanding that that person was toxic motivated you to try something else or to learn something else or go to school for something else. This is what I mean. But you're headed towards this 10 of Swords energy, which is one where you're saying, but now that I understand how bad this person was, they motivated me to step into the true person, the true authentic person I was meant to be. And now I can finally put an end to this situation and to this person or whoever this was who really motivated you to find you, who motivated you to go deep inside and figure out who you really are and what you're meant to be doing, which is really what we're asking about in this spread in the first place. So with the 10 of Cups coming in the position of what you know, I know that whatever it is that you're trying to birth into existence, whatever this calling you're having, it really is very clear to you that it's the thing that's going to make you happy. So you know what it is that's going to make you happy. And I'm getting that again, that you know what it is, you're just afraid to do it. You're afraid perhaps of the way people will receive it, or being judged by it, or not understood, or as I said, just not wanting to take that leap because you're afraid that no one will catch you. So it's becoming clearer to me that you know what it is you want to bring into the world, but that you just don't have the confidence right now to do that. So the 7 of Pentacles is showing up in what you don't know. And I think that what you don't know about this situation, 7 Pentacles is a lot of money. It's about a money strategy. It's about long-term investments. And so I think that whatever this is, this idea you have, the thing you want to bring into the world, if it's, doesn't matter what it is, if it's your healing abilities, if it's your screenplay, if it's your musical composition, it doesn't matter what it is for you. Some kind of creation that you would like to bring into the world. It looks to me like you don't really know just how lucrative this can be for you. So the 7 of Pentacles is pretty significant here in the sense that there is some validation coming through that if you do take that jump, if you do just put it into the world, that you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with the way it pays off for you. And then finally, in the place of what we don't see, which is what we were asking about, is the 2 of Cups. And so this coming in with with the King of Wands tells me that this whole experience with this King of Wands has really significantly changed you. It changed you in the sense that you understood that this was not good for you. You really were able to wrap your head around the fact that you were in a toxic situation, whether it was a toxic boss, toxic romantic partner, toxic roommate. Make it make sense for you. But you understood that you were in a bad situation. And you faced your fears when it came to that person, which is why this moon is showing up here. So it not only inspired you to start making these creations that you want to make, but it's also completely changed the way you see love. And I think that maybe what you're not seeing right now is if you have given up on love, to really understand that you just had an outdated way of thinking about love and partners and partnerships and people in your life who used to maybe run roughshod all over you. There's this idea that as you step into your true authentic self, that you're going to be able to really find people who will love you unconditionally, but you're just not seeing that right now. So I do think that the significance of this reading is that you're facing your fears in 2 separate departments. You're facing your fears when it comes to being authentic and bringing your creations into the world, but also you're facing your fears about outdated ways of thinking about love and partnerships and understanding that there can be really true people around you and you don't have to give up on love altogether. But let's do a layer of the big picture oracle cards to see what else we can discover. So there's the handshake, the broom, the clouds, the book, the snake, the tower. That's the card for you. There's the moon again, and there's the stork. So underneath this deck, what do we have under here? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the letter. So this is truly about doing your diligent work. You've definitely been doing a lot of hard work when it comes to something here. Even if it's your spiritual path alone and not having anything to do with creations, The Knight of Pentacles here tells me that you really have been strongly, diligently working towards your own growth, or perhaps a creation, but that will be different for a lot of you. But we are seeing the letter here and the book. So I can't help but think that a lot of you are going to be expressing yourself through some kind of writing. I did say screenplay. I did say, what else did I say? Musical composition. You could be writing a book. You could be writing a memoir. Make it make sense for you. You could be writing poetry. Make it all make sense for you. Sometimes the letter can be my card for tarot cards. So some of you could be creating tarot cards. But again, there is this idea that you've really been working hard on something. And the snake falling right in the middle, this is you fluctuating back and forth between following your intuition and moving away from this toxic energy, but also being tempted and pulled back, because I'm also seeing the broom card here, which says that you perhaps, whatever this situation with this King of Wands was in your past, that perhaps there was a loop that you were going through with this person. You keep getting pulled back into their energy, but then you bump up against the fact that they keep secrets from you, and that makes you angry, so you move forward again. So, and this book card can be the Book of Secrets when it comes to the big picture oracle system. So I do feel that you do tend to get tugged back into this person's energy and then realize, why am I here? It's just the same old stuff that they keep doing to me all the time. And you move it forward, you move it forward. I do think, though, that with this 10 of Swords in your very near future with the Tower, that this is going to be the moment where you finally put an end to this King of Wands, and you just say, you know what, I am done like dinner. I'm not doing this anymore. And especially with the Tower card falling here, because this is a card of meditation. And so I think that this will give you some time to really sit and think and reflect. Even walking meditations would be good for you right now. I just got that. So I do think that you are going to finally separate yourself from whoever this is, because you've done the work that you need to do with that person, with that King of Wands. They have motivated you enough to take the action, this Mars action that you need to take in order to do the work on whatever this creation is you're trying to bring into the world. There may be someone that you have already met. I see the handshake coming in with the 10 of Cups, and it could have to do with this 2 of Cups too. That you and another person are meant to collaborate on whatever this project is. I have a feeling you already know this person because of the position they're falling in. So if you've been considering collaborating with someone who is in your industry, or someone who can mentor you, or someone who complements your work. So for example, if you're writing a children's book and you need an illustrator and you're already thinking about who you want to be your illustrator, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this idea of bringing like minds together in order to push your creations through. And I know that you can see with this Sun and the Stork that this is going to be very successful for you. So, but if I can jump ahead quickly here to the 7 of Pentacles with the clouds, you're still not understanding just how lucrative this can be for you. I think you understand that this will upgrade your life. This will upgrade your spiritual journey. I think you understand that you're being called to bring this creation into the world. I think you do understand that. But this being in the corner of what you don't know, the clouds are covering this 7 of Pentacles. And I think this is, again, bringing out this idea that you have no clue the amount of money that this project will bring in for you. And what you don't see, you have the card of yourself falling in there with the 2 of Cups. And this is, I think, you don't see yourself. You don't see yourself. You don't see yourself the way others do. That whatever your gifts are, if you're a painter, a writer, it doesn't matter. Make it make sense for you. If you're a healer, make it make sense for you. but you don't see yourself as being capable and beautiful in that role. And I think that is exactly what this spread was meant to tell us, that there are people around you who believe in you and that you should believe in yourself to that same degree. And the minute you start believing in yourself and your own talents, that's when you will feel that freedom to take that leap we were talking about and bring your creations into the world. And you will be caught, because we see the Seven of Pentacles here waiting for you to just grow. Your money tree is waiting to grow. You just have to put the trust in yourself. That's what you don't see, that you've got this, and just you have to believe it. So, wow, I hope that was resonant for you. Please let me know how it was, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.